Okay, let's unpack this. Today we're doing a deep dive into, well, one of those really big questions, isn't it? How do we actually define success and measure it?
Hmm.
We're taking a bit of a unique angle here, looking at source material about tackling a specific, tricky essay type, the double question essay.
Right.
Our mission isn't just about essays, though. It's about pulling out some real insights into success itself and maybe finding a framework for, complex questions generally.
Yeah, and what's interesting is the source flags this specific prompt type as really difficult, right up there with discuss both views.
Why is that?
Well, because you essentially have to figure out your take on the second question before you can really nail down your main argument, your thesis for the first one.
Oh, okay.
So this double question thing, it's not like problem solution where you go A then B. It hits you with two distinct, sometimes related questions right off the bat. And that difference is, well, it's crucial.
That makes sense. It's like needing two answers, but they have to connect somehow. So the specific prompt we're digging into asks, success is often measured in terms of how much money somebody has earned. Do you think wealth is a good measure of success? How else can we measure whether somebody is successful or not?
Hmm.
And that's where it gets really interesting, I think, because it immediately throws up this tension, right?
Yeah.
Money versus something else.
Precisely. And the source material then lays out a pretty smart way to structure an answer that actually uses that tension.
How so?
It suggests using the first question to shape your first main point. So you discuss reasons why success maybe should or shouldn't be judged just by how much money someone has.
Okay, so tackle the wealth question head on first.
Right. You might argue, wealth brings security, sure, but maybe not happiness or real fulfillment. Then the second question, the how else part, becomes the focus for your second point.
Got it.
So a topic sentence there could be something like, however, another really important way to measure success is through, say, community contribution or maybe the social recognition someone gets.
Yeah, that really contrasts the sort of internal personal gain with the more external community impact.
Exactly. It highlights that difference.
I see the logic. It kind of reminds me of that old saying, you can't take it with you. The source seems to be gently pushing towards the idea that maybe real success is what you contribute, what you leave behind.
It certainly opens that door for discussion.
So for you listening, what does this mean when you're facing complex issues? Well, this deep dive really shows these two powerful ways of looking at success: money versus contribution. And it underlines that, look, the answer isn't simple. It's definitely not one size fits all.
Which naturally leads to the next big question. How do you bring these different, sometimes even competing ideas together?
Right, how do you synthesize them?
The source offers a clear path for that, especially in the conclusion. It recommends a neat three-sentence structure.
Oh, tell me more.
First, a general statement about the topic, just to set the stage. Then, a quick rewrite or summary of your main points, the two approaches you discussed. And finally, your own nuanced opinion. What do you think is the better measure, or how do they balance out?
Okay, so broad statement, summary, then your take.
Exactly. The example conclusion they give is pretty good. A person's success can be defined in their own terms. That's the general bit.
Hmm?
This essay has discussed two different approaches to success. That's the summary.
Right.
Although many people will continue to base success on a person's wealth, social recognition will always help to make strong communities and better individuals. And there's the opinion, subtly favoring contribution.
That's a really useful framework. It forces you to weigh things up, doesn't it? To consider different sides and then actually form a reasoned view. Works for essays, works for life decisions too, I suppose.
I think so.
So, as you're thinking about what success means for you, your work, your community, keep these different measures in mind.
Mhm.
If we only chase the money, what are we missing out on? But also, if we only focus on contribution, what does that practically look like? How can considering both wealth and social impact shape your picture of what a truly successful life looks like? Something to think about.